Hello everyone, welcome to our little video on Vaporwave Cassettes. This is Tony Hill, and today I'm going to be showing you my Vaporwave cassette collection. I have quite a bit, man. This has some other genres of music, so I'm just going to show you the Vaporwave ones for now. I have quite a bit here. Some of them are really good. Some of them are mine that I've made and put on my label and Bandcamp page. Some of them are duplicates, and some of them are pretty big grails. So let me get started from the left all the way to the right and into the box with some of the grails. So let's get started. This is Dan Mason, I'm Not Going Anywhere. I bought this one from Bandcamp. I took a look and it was Business Casual. Yeah, this is the one. I bought this one from Business Casual, and it's a pretty good album, actually. So it's really like, I want to say it's kind of like folksy from what I've heard, but it's really good. Different kind of Dan Mason than what we're used to, but it's really good. So check that out on Bandcamp. This is Dan Mason, I'm Not Going Anywhere. The classic of the classic, Late Night Delight by Luxury Elite and Saint Pepsi. This is, from what I can gather, the only officially licensed, professionally made one from Illuminated Past, the red one. From what I can gather. I know Illuminated Past keeps repressing different covers and different different editions of the Late Night Delight cassette until they got a cease and desist a few years ago. But this is the only one that's I would say, like official until they stopped. Yeah, they remade the lost cover cassette and the original handmade edition, I guess, but I can say that this is official, the red one, so yeah, try to pick that up if you can. It sounds okay. I mean, it's not as bad as some of the other ones I'll show. But yeah, Late Night Delight, classic of the classic. You gotta have it in your collection. Next up, we got another classic, Eyeliner By Now. So, this one is the Midwest Collective Edition, and from what I can tell, it played fine for the first week or so that I had it, but then afterwards it kind of like got messed up a little. It's still a tape. I mean, it's still in the case and everything, and everything's fine, but I think it just got squeaky and stopped working in my cassette player, so something to look out for one of these. But it's a good album. I have this on vinyl as well. Good album, classic from the Beer on the Rug days. So we got this, another version of Late Night Delight, an unofficial version from Illuminated Past, sticker on it and everything. This one was recorded on a normal, it says C62 on there, so yeah, it's got stamps in it and everything, stickers. I wouldn't recommend it. It plays slower than the original and just doesn't sound well like it. So that's one to look out for, not to get, unfortunately. Classic of the classic, Blank Banshee Zero. I bought this. When did I buy this? I think I bought it in, what was it, 2019 or so, I think. $12 on Hologram Bay, and I don't know if it's still being sold anymore. Maybe it is. I don't know if Blank keeps repressing his stuff, but it's a good tape. Sounds good. I think I remember I used to play this on my deck when my grandmother was staying over, and we had to play the air mattress. I got this tape and I was listening to it. It was pretty cool. Blank Banshee Zero. You gotta have at least one of these. And if a Blank Banshee album is in your collection, it should be Zero. Yeah. Another Late Night Delight. This was actually my first ever copy of Late Night Delight. This is the gold edition from Illuminated Past. I bought this, and it's a pretty good sounding tape for Illuminated Pass. One thing to look out for if you're buying an Illuminated Pass tape is look for the ones that are professionally duplicated, like this one. This is probably from duplication.ca, which is really good. I use them for my tape, so yeah. Check this one out. That one's good. Another to light. This one is the Lost Green cover cassette, and it's really not good. Got a crack in the case and everything like that, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. One of my cassettes, Welcome to Furry Burger by Tony Falcapino. Ignore the obscene Obi that we got on there, but like, it's really cool. This was, I think it was limited to 2 copies. I made this online, and it's private on my Bandcamp now. But it's made on one of those on cassettes. Sounds better than Illuminated Path. It's an okay cassette. I like it. It's a good album. Check it out on Bandcamp. Tony fucking Heel. Welcome to Furry Burger. Another late night talk. But this one is the orange edition, the reissue of the orange edition with the gold cover. So yeah, sounds all right. I mean, it's not that bad of a cassette. So yeah, pick it up if you can. Another one of the early cassettes. Flamingo Funk Volume 1. Good album. I love it. This is a extremely good sounding cassette. I think they use band CDs for these, but it sounds really good. Flamingo Funk Volume 1. It's out of print, but I'm pretty sure you can find it for a good price. I bought it quite a while ago for like $15 at on Discogs, but I'm pretty sure it's more expensive now. But Flamingo Funk Volume 1, I think this is the best Flamingo Funk that they've ever made. So yeah, Flamingo Funk Volume 1. We're back. So this was an impulse buy, and I think this is a really good tape. I was waiting for Mannequin Challenge to come out, and I don't think it came out at the right time. But this came out. It's an artist by the name of ED, Electric Dreams. It's called Enter the Night, and I love this album. It reminds me of early St. Pepsi, and it's from My Pet Flamingo, and it's a really good album. They've reissued it on vinyl a couple of times, and I love this album. And for the first few weeks to a month or so, it sounded really good, but then something happened, and as you can see, there's like some glue on the top of the cassette here, and I don't know what happened, but I think the tape got messed up, and it's kind of like it got stretched out a little and stretched back in. But it's a good album. Check it out. But I unfortunately can't listen to the tape anymore because it's messed up a little bit. But hopefully I'll get a new copy of that sometime soon. Who knows? But good album. Enter the Night by ED. This is one I made myself when I was just getting into Vaporwave. This is a mix, like one of those, what's it called, like mixes on YouTube or something, of The New World by Spliff Radio. If you don't know what Spliff Radio is, he was a classic, or I'm assuming he was a classic of, Vaporwave YouTubers who would make a mix video and put it online with a bunch of Vaporwave, like a mixtape, basically. So I took the thumbnail and put it on there, and I made up this J card, and then I just took some random Vaporwave pictures and made it into a cassette tape. So this is when I was just starting to get into Vaporwave and be like, oh look, Vaporwave cassette, when all of them were like mega expensive and I wasn't going to spend that much. This is just when I was getting into Vaporwave, so I made this. It's pretty cool. Good sounding tape. It's I think it's a Maxell UR90 or something I recorded it on, and I just got some labels and made a J card out of it. So yeah. Cool. Now, I want to talk about one of my favorite labels in the Vaporwave scene. Unfortunately, they're not really around anymore because they have some kind of financial decision or something. But it's called Archival Tapes. I heard about them on Reddit, and they made some really good tapes, high quality and everything. They made them on band CDs, I think. The guy who owns it is a really chill, cool dude. And they made this album with Model 420. It's called Dream Simulator. It's a little concept album about, you know, having a simulation while you're falling asleep. You know? And it's like you going deeper in sleep. And it's a cool album, I think. You know, unfortunately this is the one that's mostly in stock. I don't think it's sold all that well, but it's a good album. I like the cover, I like the tape, and it's got like these clear parts to it. It's a nice album. I like it a lot. Classic of the classic. Fiber 810 Complete Edition from Neon City Records. And beautiful tape here. I think this is a sticker for the holographic J card. But it's amazing. I love how they make it, and Fiver's a cool dude too. I think I don't know if I talked to him or anything, but he's a pretty cool dude, and he made this album, and it's really cool. I have this on vinyl as well. Sounds great. The complete edition is the one you want because it has all the tracks. They keep re-releasing it here and there and everywhere, as the Beatles would say. But yeah, it's a good album. 810 by Fiber. Check that out. This is one I picked out because it was you know, nostalgic mostly for me, but it ended up being a really cool album, and it's Wichita LimeWire, Still on the Line. And this is one that came out from My Pet Flamingo, and even though it says Dolby Stereo, I don't think it's Dolby, honestly. But I got it because it had Bonzi Buddy on the cover and Windows XP, I think, the Bliss image. So I got it, and it's a really good album. It's like really nostalgic from you know, early 2000s, 90s, and if you grew up during that period, you'll definitely love this album. It's really good. It was released on vinyl. I don't have the mini disc. That was when it was originally released. I think for mini disc day or something. But I have the cassette. I have the vinyl record, the first pressing, and really good album. I like it. Wichita LimeWire, Still on the Line. Another one from Archival Tapes. This is the Animal Observer album. This album is... I wanted to get all the releases from Archival Tapes, and this one, it's good. It's kind of cool, but it sounds like it's blown out, like it's played on a bad tape deck. I think that's the creative decision from the artist to sound like that, but it just sounds like, you know, the speaker's blown out or whatever. But it's a kind of chill, like hip hop album. But like chill, lo-fi hip hop beats to study to kind of thing. But it sounds good. Animal Observer 3.1. I think this one's still on sale, so if you want to start your Vaporwave collection, you know, pick that up. Classic of the classic, Winter Circle by St. Pepsi. Now this is the My Pet Flamingo reissue, the St. Pepsi one that just came out recently, like about a year ago or a few months ago. I forget, but yeah, if you don't have Winter Circle in your collection, you got to. It was originally a split album between Shopping World JP and St. Pepsi, but this has a lot of classic St. Pepsi tracks that you must have whenever you're starting your Vaporwave collection. I mean, Private Caller, Car Park, Kickstart My Heart, all classics. And if you want to pick up Winter Circle, you got to get this one. I mean, classic of the classic St. Pepsi. So yeah. Now we're going into a thing that just released, and we got some copies still. This is my album. It's called Addicted to You. I released this back in, I want to say, 2021. That's when it was released. I made this. The cassette just released a few months ago, maybe about a week ago or so. But I made this album in 2021, and I just made it while I was drunk, per se, on Pipeline Punch Monster drinks. I was just like super high energy, and I just made this cool like disco infused house record of sexed up future funk, and it's called Addicted to You. So yeah, it's got some weird anime hentai sample. it's just really funny. And it's got classics like Gold, Actually I'm a Boy, Broken Heart, My Collection, Hentai Clap. Yeah, pick it up. It's on Paco Moreno. He's the guy who made this, the PMP recording. So shout out to him. It's a good album, Addicted to You. And he also made me a CD too, which is over there. I think it's one of a kind, but I think we're planning on releasing it to CD sometime soon. Don't want to say too much about that, but the cassette is available. You can go pick this up. Another one of mine. The classic of the classic hits. This is the gold edition that just came out I want to say like a week ago or so, or maybe about a month ago. I forget when these things come out. I think it was April 13th. April 13th, that's when it came out. But it's printed on gold paper, and it's just regular cassette, TDK. I bought it from a record store and dubbed it to cassette. It's basic of the basics, but it's a nice tape. It's nice, chilled out what is it? Vaporwave. Yeah, nice Vaporwave. If you've heard it, you've heard it, but check it out. TonyFuckingHeelBandcamp.com. We got tapes still for sale. So yeah, you can check out hits. Lots of the classic hits. Hot seller. I only have one copy left, and it's my personal copy. Floral Shop 3 by Tony Fucking Heel. I made this as a tribute. Just want to say, tribute to Floral Shop. Okay, so this is not a copy or anything like that. I just made it in 2020 as like a tribute to Floral Shop, and it's nice, and I made it look like the original with the brick-like border and stuff. It's not 100% accurate to the original, but like doesn't matter because it's a tribute. It's not the original. It's not a bootleg. It's my own creation. Floral Shop 3 by Tony Fucking Heel. So if you want to check it out digitally, I'm gonna leave that in the description, as well as hits and Addicted to You if you'd like to see that. But this is, this was a hot seller. Like when I put it out for sale, all of them sold. Like all of them. Unfortunately, my friend didn't get to get a copy, but I am gonna do a repress of this soon, so you'll be able to get a copy soon. That'll probably be my last reissue of this for a while. But yeah, check it out digitally. If you like what you hear, I might make more. So that's that. So I'm gonna get to the box soon, but this is Flamingo Funk Volume 3. They made 3 volumes of these Flamingo Funks, and this one's good. I think honestly, the quality of them went downhill a bit. I'm just gonna say that. I love the first Flamingo Funk. That one's the best, I think, and then the second one's good as well, but this one's kind of like, just like any other compilation, But yeah, this is Flamingo Funk Volume 3 by Micah Flamingo. And they do this as like a charity compilation and stuff. So yeah, it's a good album. Check it out. More archival tapes here. This is Pawn 6, Sandy. This one's completely sold out, I think. And I don't remember much from this one, but I knew it was good, I think. pretty sure. I honestly don't remember much about this album. I just bought it because it was Archival tapes. But I gotta re-listen to this one. Honestly, I have no idea what this sounds like or anything. But I'm sorry if you know, I don't know. But like, I honestly don't know what this one is. I just bought it because it was part of my Archival tapes. So yeah, that's that one. Arnold Palmer Tournament Golf. This one is also from Archival tapes. This one was hot by FFF Forecast, or FF Forecast, I guess. I also bought this because it was Archival tapes, and it was good. It was a hot seller, sold out. You know, this one was pretty good. I gotta re-listen to all of these. I don't know. And then another one. Here we go. As they say. Night Mode by Digital Sex. This one is from Business Casual, and I bought it because it was Business Casual, and I like this album. It's nice. I listened to it, and I gotta say it's pretty cool. I like this one. All right, this one is kind of weird, and I don't know if I should own it, but this is Night Tempo Baby Maker 2. I found this at a Goodwill of all places. So yeah, but it's Night Tempo. You know, what are you gonna do? This is official. You know, it was there. You know, Baby Maker 2 at Night Tempo. Good album. Good album. So this is something I'm really proud of, and it's a diabetes compilation by Doki Doki Beats. This is an up-and-coming label that just released a bunch of really cool stuff. They finally released Securely Star version 1 and 2 to vinyl, because that was going on for a long period of time. But they decided to release this compilation, this double cassette compilation, and vinyl. But I'm not on the vinyl. Getting to that. But this is Doki Doki Beats, Blood Sugar Beats. It's a 2 cassette compilation. It's got a lot of good artists on it, and I'm on it. Number 9 on side A, Tony Falk and Heel Chemical X. It's from one of my albums called Fandom, and I decided to submit that track to here, and it's on the cassette release for charity and everything. I think that's really sweet and really nice. So yeah, the cassette and the vinyl are sold out. They might do a restock sometime soon. I don't know, honestly. I might have to put this on Discogs, like the pictures and everything, so that people who sell it secondhand could put it on there. But yeah, this is really good, high quality stuff and everything. They are focused on high quality all the time when it comes to their vinyl releases and their cassette releases and stuff. They got like all these decks and stuff. Sometimes they record on like metal tape, I think. But yeah, really cool artwork and everything. So yeah, check it out. It's on digital, I think, as well as, you know, I think it's Name Your Price. I think, pretty sure, but it's for charity, so you might want to throw them a few dollars here and there. So yeah, Blood Sugar Beats by Doki Doki Beats. Check that out. All right, to the box. The box. Here we go. First cassette out of the box. News at 11 by Cat System Core. This is a Vaporwave album based on the attacks of 9/11. I know that sounds weird, but it's a chill, nice album. It takes samples from Good Morning America and The Today Show and all kinds of different stuff from on the day of September 11th when the attacks happened. But it cuts abruptly before any of the bad stuff happens. So it's just, you know, the chill, you know, before any stressful thing happens, I guess you can call it. But it's chill, lo-fi, kind of, you know. If you've heard it, you've heard it. But News at 11 is a good album. I own the picture disc edition with a holographic cover and this cassette and a VHS tape. But, you know, of a visual album or something. But this is a good album. Classic of the classic, news at 11. So yeah, check that out. Now we're getting to some classics here. Saint Pepsi Mannequin Challenge. This album came out 2019, but the physicals I think came out 2020. And it's really good. It's a good album. I think it's on par with the classic hit vibes and Winter Circle and all that stuff, all that jazz, as you would call it. And I love it. I think it's amazing. I think this is a really, really good album. And it's a little weird to get used to. You need to get used to it after a while, but once you do, it's a good album. Thank you, Ryan, for making such a great album. Another one from Ryan, Saint Pepsi. This is Studio 54. Another really funky, future funk kind of album by Saint Pepsi. This has classics on it. Studio 54, Challenger. What is it? Honey is a good one. That's the one that Son Levy made a music video of as a sequel to Enjoy Yourself from Late Night Delight. Really good. Koopa Air. All these good ones. You know, the track Eden from Studio 54 was actually an outtake from Late Night Delight, so it's good. I have this on vinyl, and I also have it on cassette. Empire Building, another great one from Saint Pepsi. And the cover on this is different from the digital version originally on Fortune 500, I think the label was. Instead of Empire State Building, it's got the Twin Towers on it. Late at Night, Manhattan, you know, and it's a classic album, really good. It's got Pineapple Juniors. It's got, oh my gosh, it's got all kinds of good songs on this. Check out classic Saint Pepsi. If you haven't heard all kinds of, this is my favorite vaporwave artist, as you can probably see by the shirt. Check out Saint Pepsi. He's the greatest. Thank you for holding. Another compilation from My Pet Flamingo. I don't know if this one was a charity compilation. It probably was, I think. And unfortunately, I don't think you can hear this one anymore. I think digitally you can, but the physicals aren't being made anymore because of a cease and desist, unfortunately. I think that's what happened. They made cassettes and they made one pressing of a vinyl, and that's it. They can't make any more of this because it was a cease and desist. They stopped making this, so I bought the tape, but I didn't buy the vinyl, which is okay. I mean, the tape I think has the full compilation, and I think the vinyl is just a portion of it, but it's good. It's a good compilation. I think it's like just chill out, lo-fi beats. I think I don't remember much of these. I much more remember the Flamingo Funk ones, but this is also good. This is pretty good. Now, this one. I actually donated to the GoFundMe, I think. It's not a Kickstarter. It was a GoFundMe of this. It's a film about Vaporwave. A documentary film about Vaporwave. Yes. It's called Nobody Here. Based on the Sunset Corp music video, the Daniel Lopatin Echo Jams one. And it's called Nobody Here, the story of Vaporwave. This is actually the Club Flamingo exclusive variant. I didn't buy the cassette when it first came out on the GoFundMe. I bought the vinyl variant, the color and color version, and I also bought the VHS tape of the upcoming documentary. They started filming on that recently, but yeah, I didn't buy the cassette, and it sold out, and it's going for crazy money. But when they re-released it on Club Flamingo, I bought that, and it's a good compilation. Got some good stuff. Private Caller. It's got some Tupperwave on it. I love Tupperwave. What else they got? I think they got Luxury Elite. I think it's like one of two times Luxury Elite's ever been on vinyl. She's been on Late Night Delight. Late Night Delight was on vinyl. And then they also had, what was it, the Nobody Here compilation. It's the closest thing we'll ever get to world class on vinyl. So, yeah, unfortunately. Here we go. We got Flamingo Funk Volume 2. really good compilation on this one. What tracks we got on this one? We got some good ones on here, I think. Oh yeah, we got Get Up, Stand Up at Strawberry Station. We got Pad Chennington. We got Saint Pepsi. Need you love me. Sorry about my singing. Got some good ones. Macross, The Stick Together, Android Apartment, and Future Girlfriend Music. Oh my gosh. Wichita LimeWire that talked about before, Cast System 4. Good one. This one's a good one. Yeah. So, Flamingo Funk. Check it out. Alright, so we're back again, and let's talk about this guy right here. World Tour, Saint Pepsi. This is the reissue of the album by My Pet Flamingo. And it's a good quality tape, I must admit. But I want to say the first edition came in a Pepsi can with a little, card, and it had bonus tracks that are on the vinyl edition too. But this one is lacking the bonus tracks. Splash Mountain and Beer, I think, is what they call it. But this is good. I mean, it's got nice pictures on the cassette itself. Classic Saint Pepsi. I've been listening to this one a lot. World Tour. A lot of people they just, when they think about Saint Pepsi, they think about Hit Vibes and what is the other one? I Winter Circle, I think. All this other Empire Building, I think. But a lot of people need to listen to some classic Saint Pepsi, like World Tour and what are the other ones? Like some classic early Saint Pepsi. That's the stuff you gotta listen to as well, because a lot of people just hear them from Hit Vibes, but they gotta listen to some classic ones too. So World Tour, Saint Pepsi. Now for the big one, and you're probably not gonna believe I have this. And this is a grail that I spent way too much money on, and I'm so happy I was finally able to get it. And it's this bad boy right here. Saint Pepsi Hit Vibes. Now, a lot of people think, like, Hit Vibes is a grail in many formats. Like, the vinyl edition has gone up to, if it's the red edition, it's gone up to like $1,000. Some people have paid that much for it. The black edition has been repressed. The cassette version has never been repressed in any official form. Bootlegs exist, but not not this one. This one is my holy grail. More than Floral Shop, more than Echo Jams, more than anything. It's the holy grail. And it's the real deal too. This was released in an edition of 50 copies on Sunup Recordings. And I will say without a doubt that, it's been the rarest cassette I've ever had to track down and find. I will say, I've been having it on my want list for Discogs for years, and one, I think, sold. It hasn't sold since 2019. I think recently one sold in 2022, but this one I bought on eBay, along with another grail, which is the promo CD for Fiona Coin. But this one, I spent way too much money on. I spent over $1,000. Yeah, but it was worth every penny. And you can probably see right here, there's some writing on it. I met Saint Pepsi at the Young Bay show in Austin, Texas, and he signed this for me, personally to me, and I can't thank him enough. He said, "Caleb, thank you so much for supporting me," and he drew the little Saint Pepsi emblem. There is a problem though with this tape, and it has nothing to do with the tape itself. Unfortunately, when I brought this for St. Pepsi to sign, I just took the J card out of the case, which in hindsight I probably shouldn't have done. But what I did is I put it in a sticky envelope, in the envelope for mailing letters and stuff. And I put it in, and he signed it, and my sweat activated the glue that was in the envelope. And what happened was, it stuck, and we had to use steam to remove it, but that's what happened. It's not terrible though. It's not horrible. I mean, there's a little thing right there, and maybe something right there, but that's just a part of the envelope. It's still a nice tape, a functioning tape, and from what I can say, not a lot of people own this tape. There you go. That's what it looks like. I'm not bragging because I own it, but what I'm saying is, it's a good sounding tape. I will admit, and it sounds pretty good. I will admit. I'm surprised that My Pet Flamingo hasn't done a reissue of the Hit Vibes tape, and there was only 50 of the original. I mean, it's begging for a tape reissue, you know. A vinyl reissue was made on Car Park Records, but the tape has eluded me for years, and I finally was able to get it. I will be on this tape a little bit more. But one thing you must look for when you're trying to buy one of these is there is a thin black line around the edge. I don't know if you can see that, of the J card. The colors are a little muted on this, but you want to look for that thin black line around the J card. And on the inside, the text is a little big, and it's like on the smoky cassette. And on the inside, let me show you one more time. Look that the folds are, you know, the folds are, you know, actual folds, not like folded on top of a photocopy, you know? Because that's one thing to look for if you're looking for a fake. I know recently, the Tumblr artist White Background released the original art for the inside of the cassette, but you want to look for like that. I think it's a little bit more saturated, the original artwork. But yeah, Holy Grail. Put you over there. So yeah, we got more, and I'll show you more in a bit. Okay, we're back. So let's take a look at another one. World Class. Unlike Hit Vibes, a lot of people like to use this as, you know, like a Holy Grail as well. I wouldn't say it's that big of a deal. Honestly, now don't get this wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love this album. It's a great album. I think it's Luxury Elite's best, honestly, next to Late Night Delight. I love it, but as far as like resale value, that's what I'm talking about. Like, because there was a lot of different reissues of this tape, and a lot of them are official, I think, on Crash Cymbals, I think. So with this, it's pretty, I know it's rare. I know a lot of people like to spend a lot of money on it, but I don't think it's that expensive. I mean, if you're willing to pay maybe $100 or so, I guess. I've seen some go for cheaper, like $50 or so. But World Class is a good album. I have the reissue here. The one that says Super Ferric and is on like this tape, like this purple tape. Good album. I hope I didn't offend anyone by saying that, but I love this album. check it out. It's Luxury Elite World Class. Excuse me. And yeah. Prism, another classic Luxury Elite one. I like it too. It's a Micro Flamingo. It's the original one with the red one, not the green one. But yeah, another good Luxury Elite one. It's got salt on it. I think it's what's called salt. It's a nice one. Just try to get a Luxury Elite tape in your collection if you haven't already. Just anyone is great because she's really nice, and I've talked to her online, and she makes great music. Win-win. High Society, another great one. This came with a button and a sticker. It says Dolby on it. I don't know if this is actually in Dolby, but it's a good tape. It's red on that side, green on the other. Let me just show you real quick. Red on that side, green on that side. This definitely reminds me of like a Sephora ad or something, you know, like going. I also have this on VHS, so yeah, it's a good one. I like the one that yeah, I love this. All right, another luxury elite one. Fantasy. This one is the Tiger Blood Tapes edition. I know a lot of people don't like Tiger Blood Tapes because of, you know, their antics and stuff, but it's a good sounding tape. I like the pink shell to it. Pretty sure this was done by duplication.ca, but I like the pad print. Classic Luxury Elite one. You know, I think it's from 2015 is when it first came out. This is a reissue. 2021. Also have this on VHS. X1, classic. I think I spent a little bit on this one. I don't think it was a lot. I used to spend big bucks on Vaporwave stuff, but I don't think I do anymore. I tend to get it when it comes out now. Macross A299, A Million Miles Away. This is the purple and later edition, I think. It's a reversible J card, so it's pretty good. This is a classic Future Funk album. I also have this on vinyl, and I gotta tell you, this one, I'm not sure about the represses, but I have the clear vinyl edition with this cover. And oh my gosh, it sounds so dang good. I love it so much, and this tape sounds just as good. But this is a classic. You must have this in your collection. And I think it gets repressed constantly. That and like the Sailor Wave ones. I don't have the Sailor Wave, but if you have any Macross, you gotta have A Million Miles Away. It's essential. You gotta have it. Great album. Now we get to one I'm very proud of. This is Pat Jennings' Contrast, because I'm proud of this one because this album was, I used to watch Pat Jennings back in the day when he was making his Vaporwave reviews on other albums, but when he started making his own album, I thought, this is so cool. He's on a label and he's made a cassette and a record, which I have. Alan sent me too. Shout out to Alan, by the way. Owner of Horseback. Excuse me. But this is nice. It's a good tape. It starts out with a little chorus act, you know, when it starts out, and it's a really, really good album. I love it. Babe is a good song. Your Apartment Can't Really Be That Small is a good one too. What's a good one? Ocean Man. I think that's a Cast of Simpor one. Yeah, Contrast. I think this one is a little bit better, not gonna lie, than what is it called? The second one that he made. I totally forget what it's called, honestly, but Contrast is a good one. It's a good one. So yeah. That's good. Next up, we have one I just made about a month ago. It's called Spirit. This is my album. and it's Christian Vaporwave. I made this one. You can check it out. We still got some tapes for sale. It's on tonyfuckinghill.bandcamp.com. It has a little mini zine inside of it, like a little magazine kind of thing, and a sticker, and I think a download code as well. So yeah, check it out. Spirit. I got 2 tapes left, I think. So yeah, check that out. One I love a lot, and I'm still shocked that it's still for sale. I think last time I checked, it was still for sale, but it's the Split EP by Supersex 420 and Tendencies. Oh my gosh, I love this album. I have this on vinyl, and I have it on cassette. I had to think of it, but yeah, it's a nice album. It's a little bit mixed up from the vinyl edition, which is different from the digital edition, I think. But I love this one. I love Yeah, and so much love in my mind. This is the moment. This is the moment. This is it. This is it. Oh, I love it so much. So check it out. Split EP, Supersex 420 and Tendencies. This is one I'm proud to own, and it took forever to get here, and it's sold out now, but it's from my friend who lives in Japan. This is from Takuchi, or Takuma, whatever you want to say. This is Future Night. This is a mixtape, I think, like a mixtape of Future Funk tracks that I think is like sped up or whatever, and put on a tape. It's pretty good, I think. He did the artwork and everything. It's really good, and he's a really good friend. Really, he's awesome. I got some of his art right here, and it's a nice tape. He even signed a little insert card for me. I think he drew it too. It's funny fucking you. It's nice. I will admit though, unfortunately the tape kind of is noisy. It doesn't sound all that good, but it doesn't matter to me because he sent it to me, and it's really special that he did. I actually bought it because I wanted to support him in any way I could. So yeah, Future Night by Takuchi. Check it out. One I checked out, I heard it on YouTube, I think, from Agora Road, which posted one of my albums, which is Enjoy Code, on their YouTube channel. I saw this album, and it was being sold on Business Casual, so I picked it up. It's called Beach Party by Critical Grim, and it's a nice future funk album. Nice design and everything. I love the song Crystal Pepsi. That's a good song. I don't really know much about it, but it's a good album. And yeah, you know, I love it. Beach Party by Critical Grim. They do really good. I think they what's the word? They mix. They had some kind of thing with Cy Cowan. I think his name is Cy Cowan, whatever. But they did good. Shout out. Okay, now we're getting into some bootlegs I made. This is one that, even if I get the original, I'm probably not gonna want to own it because I made such a good job of this, I think, in my opinion. It's an Echo Jams bootleg I made. So Echo Jams, if you don't already know, is what's considered to be the first Vaporwave album, released all the way back in 2010. And it's good. I mean, what I did here was I had ordered, I know a lot of people say, or I know duplication.ca says, you know, you can't make Echo Jams or Floral Shop bootlegs, but what I did was I just ordered blank tapes and dubbed them at home. I tried to get a tape that looked just kind of like it, like the original. So what I did was I got a yellow leader, kind of like the yellow on the cover. And it's a high quality tape. What I did was I got the I used the remaster from OPN's official website that was up for a bit. I know I didn't get it in time, but like I got it from, I think, the Internet Archive or something like that. I downloaded it and dubbed the tape of it, and it sounds really good. And I cut out the artwork and stuff and made a little J card, and this is a good sounding tape that I made. Some of the tapes I make don't sound all that good, but this one does. So, now one that I think everybody who collects Vaporwave should get. Oh my god, I got Floral Shop now. It's a bootleg. But the thing here is I made this from a cassette that I got from duplication.ca. It's not 100% accurate, as you can probably tell. This is done on a Macintosh color cassette. Like what's it called? Like an old computer, that's what it's called. Computer cassette. And I just took clear labels and I printed it out, put it on tape. And I did all the artwork for this. I kind of like cleaned up a bit of the tape art. And then this is just printed on regular laser computer printer paper, you know. And I made it look authentic. And yeah, it sounds good. So yeah, Floral Shop on tape. I just made one for myself. And next up, we have an album that I think was a little bit more widely received than my edition of Floral Shop. a little bit bitter there from Reddit, but what we got here is an actual album that I love. Actually, it's another tribute to Floral Shop called Updated Floral Experience by Mac Minus, or Vapor Insider, as you might know. This one is really good. I think he commented, or I don't know, they, keep it nice, okay? They commented on my video when I uploaded this tape. It was a tape rip I did. I think it's my most viewed video, honestly. And they said, like, hey, that's awesome. I said, you made a really good album and stuff. And it really is a good album. It has the feel of Floral Shop, you know, with trying to be new and stuff. It actually, to me, feels like the authentic Floral Shop too, honestly. And it had a rough history, as every kind of Floral Shop thing does. It was released on Tracking Waves, which was a label, I don't think it exists anymore, but they were kind of like the sequel to Old English Spelling Bee. I don't want to say anything about that. But, you know, I bought the vinyl and the cassette from them, and, you know, then people were like, oh, they did a shit, they're a scam, you know, all that stuff. And so, you know, the rights got taken away, and then they passed it on to Owl City Records. Good label, or Owl City Multiverse, or whatever it's called now. But I bought the tape and I bought the record, and I bought the purple one so it matches with the pink edition of Floral Shop I have on vinyl. It sounds good, both on tape and record, and it's a good album. I love the bonus track where they sample Billy Idol, I think, Eyes Without a Face. And it's a good album. They had this in the regular edition, which I have, and then they also have a fan club edition. Really good. I love this album. And I also love Floral Shop 3, but I think more people enjoyed this one. I hope. Okay. I'm going to skip that one because that's not Vaporwave, and go to this one. This is another Late Night Delight. This is Late Night Delight Deluxe. The definitive edition, I guess they call it. Which has been released multiple times since 2014. But anyway, let's get on to that. Late Night Delight Deluxe. So I think the only thing that's going for it is the cover, I guess. Honestly, I mean, this tape sounds good. It sounds really good, but I will admit, I like Venitaz. I'm just gonna say that I like his art. I like what he does, but I think it was a little too much for Late Night Delight's case. I honestly don't know how I feel about this art. Actinite looks a little weird here. The proportions are a little off. I think it's a little too blue, honestly. I think the chill sunset nature of the original pressing of Late Night Delight and the Late Night Delight cassette and mini disc and stuff looked chiller and cooler with him going like that instead of like this where he's like holding a phone and a Pepsi. It's a little weird, but the tape sounds good, and I think that's all that matters, honestly. St. Pepsi one's really good, and I think if you're gonna get one of these, this is the best sounding one to get, is the Deluxe edition from my Pepsi. And this is 100% official. You know, they cut back on all this illuminated past garbage, if you will, and they actually got a proper tune, at least. I think this is the most popular, you know, what's it called? Archival tapes release. And this is Drink by DJ Pepsi Man. And the reason this is so popular is because I think it's got Pepsi Man on the cover, but it's a good album. I love it, and while it's short, it's a good listen. It's got a nice boom, boom, boom version of "Give Me Up," or "Give It Up," baby, give it up. But it's great. I love it, and I also love the "Hey yeah, you got to have the hey yeah." But yeah, and it looks like as if that PlayStation game of Pepsi Man for the PS1 was on a cassette tape. That's what it looks like. Exactly. And I think Archival Tapes did a good job of this. This is a good, really good tape. And it's the most expensive tape from Archival Tapes going on the aftermarket. I think I saw one for like $50 or so. I'm pretty sure. I gotta check that again. But yeah, it's the most in-demand version. I got this when it came out. This is actually how I first heard about Archival Tapes. And now we're getting to the weird stuff. Oh my gosh! What is this? It's the game. I don't care. It's by me. Okay, so when I first came out with this album, I wanted to do a little experiment, okay? So a lot of people on Reddit and stuff, I think they really just buy stuff for the aesthetic of the artwork and stuff instead of like the actual music itself, is what I thought. So people like to, you know, bash newer artists for coming out with new stuff. I've seen this firsthand, and I really don't like that all that much, but like, so what I did was I made an experiment, okay? I was gonna go to Walmart and pick up a pack of 2 tapes and record it on my deck and make the silliest, cheesiest, stupidest album I could possibly think. And it was this. And I made up the J card and everything, and I called it Bitch the Game, I Don't Care. And I put it out, but I didn't sell it on my Bandcamp. I didn't even have a Bandcamp at that point. I sold it as unknown artist on Discogs. I was like, you know, I'm just gonna put it out as like, I found this tape at a garage sale. I don't know what this is or how this came out, but if somebody buys it, I'm just gonna put it up for $3. $3, that's it. Put it up for sale, and if somebody buys it, it'll be an odd curiosity. Well, somebody did buy it, and that person was Takuchi. This tape really kick-started my career, honestly. It's kind of weird how that happens, you know, but yeah. Really weird how that happened, but I mean, it's here. And I have it on my Bandcamp if you want to listen to the outrageous edits of Itch the Game. I don't care. Okay, so moving on. This is the first edition of Hits Extended by Moi. The hot seller, the one that everybody wants to buy, Hits on tape. When I first put this out in April of 2020, a lot of people wanted to. I put this up on Reddit. I said I'm selling cassette tapes, you know, and it was a hot seller. I made 2 at a time, and people like bought it, and it would like sell out like that. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Maybe I'll try the illuminated pass style of making different covers and just dubbing tapes I buy from, you know, record stores that I buy. And I did. I printed out the J cards. It was a fun hobby. I just had my deck right here, and I just dubbed some tapes. This is the first ever one I made. I think either this one or the one I gave to Takuma was the two tapes I had, but I'd sign them, and it makes sense. This one is particularly known as the Mystery Image Cassette. So that on the other side of the J card is a random image pulled from the internet. And so yeah, I have one of a guy going like, but yeah, this is cool. It's a nice, like I said before with the gold edition. This one's good. I like that one. Now you're probably wondering why I've been talking about archival tape so much. Well, it's because when I bought that Drink cassette by DJ Pepsi Man, I contacted the guy who owned it, and we decided to do a tape release together. And I let him scour my Bandcamp for stuff we wanted to put on tape. And that dude was so cool. He not only did the tape, he did a promo video for it, which is on my channel. And this is the tape. He picked a good album. It was Paid Programming. I love this album so much. And it's one of the ones I made. And I can't believe I made it because it sounds like a professional album made by somebody else. But it isn't. I made this. And it's a really good tape. Now I must admit, it was good for the first year or so. But I want to say this. At the start of side 2, when the tape head switches over, I think the tape, I bought 2 copies of this. One side of the tape gets stretched. So when Floor starts, I think the track is, it goes, boom, whoa, 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 you know, like that. So, something probably to check out, but it's a high quality tape, regardless. It's got printing on both sides and a download code I don't want to show for an exclusive mixtape. Now, most of the tracks on the mixtape that I made are, you know, on other albums, but there's one track that, you know, is exclusive to the mixtape. It's called I'm Making It. And it hasn't been released on any other format, so if you just try to buy one of these tapes to get that exclusive track, I'm Making It. It's a good track. I think I sampled My Own Way. Or no, it's not My Own Way. What is it? It's a Peter Gabriel song or something, but Making It is what's cool. Now we got this one. The original edition of Addicted to You American Remix. This one is I have it in a generic jewel case because the original came with the O card. I didn't want to scratch up. It's got artwork on it, you know, the sunset and stuff. You've seen it. But we got Addicted to You and American Dream. It's got some really cool mixes on it. So an extended intro. And I made this tape like it starts out with an Evan Rock, like Evan Rock Community Records. Instead of, you know, because I made it like the Pat Chenkin cassette where it starts out with chorus, you know, like that. So that I wanted to start like that. And we got an extended intro, Thinking About You, and then Gold is different a little bit. It's a shorter edit to it. And then the rest is fine. And then we flip it over, and then we got a dun 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 dun, where with a story, a certain story from a tie, if you will. Where, you know, I don't want to say much. If you know Japanese, you'll know. But it's kind of inappropriate. It starts out like that, and then we go to celery with the music video intro. Is like there are times when caution is necessary. It starts out like that, and then the extended version of it's basically the same, and then Gloria at the end. So I wanted the sides to be kind of equal, you know. So with Gloria at the end, the only way you'll get the full version is if you get the digital, but this one kind of fades out before, you know, anything else. But nice tape. Sounds good. I think it's a little too fast though. I think they might have done the dub a little wrong or something. But hey, still sounds good. It's a good sounding tape. So yeah, check out this. This one's still for sale. I got tons of copies, guys. Please pick up one. So yeah, Addicted to American Dream. Now for the best sounding. Oh yes. Fandom, a classic of the classic. And it was already released on Christmas last year. Oh my gosh. What are we down to like 3 copies or so? But yeah, this one's great. Everybody seems to like this one. Fandom. This is the one that had Chemical X on it. And everybody liked this one, I think. And I mean, you know, I put it out, and yeah, it was great. It's a good album. So check out Fandom as well. I'm gonna leave the link to Hits, Addicted to You, Floor Shop 3, Fandom, Spirit, like all those albums. Maybe even Doki Doki Beats too. You know, if you want to check that out. But yeah, Tony fucking Heel Fandom. It's a great album. Check it out. We still got some tapes for sale, but it's running low, so you might want to pick it up. So, same with paid programming. I think we're down to 2 copies on archival tapes out of 20. So yeah, you might want to pick one up before they sell out. Okay, skipping all this. We're almost done, guys. Now the Groceries trilogy. Yeah. Everybody knows about these albums. These are Yes for Open, Housewares, and Ascension. I don't have the 4th one. I personally didn't like that one all that much. It was a little too ambient for my taste. But yeah, this one's classic. And this is the only one I have on vinyl. And this is Yes for Open. This is the classic one that Pat Chennington always talks about. And it's actually signed by Groceries. Really cool dude. I bought the Smart Shopper bundle with the bag and everything. It's right up there. But yeah, he signed all 3. It's on a bronze kind of tape. These sound good too. These are on chrome tape. Whenever I go on like a nice farm drive or whatever, I go by this place. I think it's in Georgetown, Texas. But I go by there and I just listen to these. These are nice. It's like going into like one of those supermarket things. I know it's a little cliche to say that, but like it's like going into like one of those dollar stores or something like that, like Dollar General, Dollar Tree, something like that, and just finding this somewhere, you know, and just be like, oh, look at it, shopping. This is a good shopping experience, honestly. Yes, we're open. That's number 1. But number 2 has a whole different aesthetic to it. This is Housewares, also signed by Groceries. This one sounds like the TV section of a Sears. Honestly. Like, I know Sears doesn't exist anymore. RIP. But this tape reminds me of like this one time I went to a Sears and we were just looking at all the TVs. And it was by the section where it was like on discount and stuff. And we're just going in the mall looking at stuff, and it's just like, this is a good tape. Honestly, same chrome tape as Yes We're Open. It sounds good. I like this one too. The All Through the Night sample. Don't want to sing too much. Last one. In my collection, at least. Ascension. And you gotta love this cover. You just gotta. It's like a shopping channel kind of thing. I love it. I don't remember too much about this one, but it's good. I think I like this one too. Honestly, I gotta re-listen to all of these because these are good. The only one I know a lot of is Yes We're Open, but I also gotta listen to these as well. But yeah, Ascension, good album. Check it out. So that's all of my Vaporwave cassette collection. I know I have more of, you know, in different formats like CDs, mini discs. I think I even have a floppy disk, a bunch of vinyl records, and stuff. And I got some boxes up there for cassettes I'm selling. But yeah, this is the Tony Fucking Heel hut, as you can see. But yeah, that's basically all that I have. I went through all my cassette boxes and stuff, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So thank you for watching, everybody. This is Tony Fucking Heel. I hope you enjoyed my video on the Vaporwave cassette collection. So take care, everyone. Thank you for watching. This is Tony Fucking Heel. Peace out.